Oh my God, what am I saying? Hi, I'm Suds. Welcome to Go Garrett County something.
.com.
GoGarrettCounty.com?
Yeah.
Welcome to GoGarrettCounty.com. Hi, I'm Chef Scardina.
And I'm Shelly Argabright. Welcome to Harvest Hub Meal Box number 3.
So you may be asking, what's in Meal Box number 3? Before we start, a big thank you to all of our local farmers. All Produce, Backbone Food Farm, Firefly Farms, Honeymoon Farm, Ma and Pa's Country Store, and Three Sisters Farm. Without these incredible farmers and their incredible ingredients, Harvest Hub Meal Boxes would not be possible. Once again, a big thank you to each and every one of you. And remember, all Harvest Hub meal boxes can be purchased with SNAP benefits. Alright, back to our question. What is meal box number 3? Let's find out.
A perfect tailgate pasta dish.
With rigatoni, ground pork, poblano peppers, fresh tomatoes, and goat cheese. Wait, there's more. An appetizer of shishito peppers and a fresh garden salad. Shishito peppers, let's talk about them. First, these are local from Backbone Food Farms. You don't get any fresher than this. These are delicious, and we're going to show you how to make a great appetizer with them today. All right, shishito peppers, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first, be mindful when you're using peppers. Even though these aren't the spiciest peppers, be mindful of touching your eyes and things because they could get irritated. Second, we're using a very hot pan, so be very careful when you place these in there because it can be a little bit dangerous. But if you listen to what I say, everything will be okay. So a lot of people will trim the stems off and sometimes even deseed these. I don't understand why they do that at all. All this stuff is so beautiful. We're going to cook it just the way it is, okay? So we're fortunate to have a wok here. You could use a different kind of pan. The pan that we have included, you could use this one as well. We're going to use this later for the pasta. But since we have this wok, we're going to use this. So if you don't mind holding these, Shelly. Here, I have some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil has a higher smoking point, which kind of helps things out, but by no means do you have to use this. Some people use really high quality olive oil when they're making this, but why would you use high quality olive oil when it's getting so hot? It kind of takes away from the flavor. So what we're going to do is probably use some of this grapeseed oil, or you could use canola oil, and if you wanted that really good extra virgin olive oil taste, you can put a little bit on afterwards. That's just my recommendation. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful. We're just going to put a little bit of oil in here. And just swirl that all around. Now what we're trying to do here is we are going to basically blister these peppers. Okay? So if you watch me, when I put these in, I'm kind of getting somewhat close to the pan. Okay? I don't want to go in up high or that oil could splatter up everywhere, so we have to be careful with that. But we're going to put some of these in there now. And we're just going to let that go. So, and this will keep getting hotter and hotter. So what we're going to do is all we're going to do is just keep stirring these around until they start to blister. If you don't mind, Reese, can you zoom in on that a little bit? And Shelly, you can take over there and just give that a stir. As you can see, they're already starting to blister, and that's exactly what we want. Now, myself, I like to season them right after they blister. I don't like to season them until then because sometimes that'll bring some of the moisture out of the pepper, the salt, and it'll be harder for them to blister, okay? So we're going to cook these for a few minutes, and we'll get back to you and show you the finished product. Okay, that's good. All right, Shelly, so these are done. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Thank you, Reese. They're nice and blistered, and we're just going to put this right here in the center. And I don't care what people say. I do not like taking the stems off. I think they're nice. I think it makes it look nice, you know? And you can tell how fresh they are, too. So what we're going to do, you can make this really quick and munch on these while you're getting your salad together and making your pasta. Now, I need to say something. Earlier I just said goat cheese. This isn't just goat cheese. This is Firefly Farm goat cheese. This stuff is dynamite, right? It is so good. And even in the last video we had trouble, we were eating too much of this, okay? And this isn't really supposed to go with your shishito peppers, but we're gonna try it with it because I think it'd be a great bonus.
Great.
So let's try them. All right, so we're cutting some of this great goat cheese. We always jump into the goat cheese early. So what we're gonna do is just cut a little piece off here, not too much. Yeah, probably more than, yeah, I'm gonna get a big chunk because that's just how I feel, okay? Because this stuff is delicious. But I'm gonna put a little piece here and here for, this is Izzy, and we're all gonna try this. And so that way we put it in separate containers, we can try it with our fingers. I'm gonna take one of these, like this. If it was me, I would take a piece of the goat cheese, eat it, and then eat the pepper immediately, and we're gonna see what happens. Now remember, these are still a little bit hot. Now we're gonna try them. Okay. Somehow 2 pieces of goat cheese ended up on one thing. So we're gonna take a bite of this goat cheese, and now we're gonna take a bite of the pepper. Wow. Dynamite.
Really good.
Really good.
You like it?
The cheese makes it, people. Not that you need it, but if it was me, I would put a little cheese aside. I'm sorry, I'm talking my mouthful. Put a little cheese aside and try it with these. You won't be disappointed. All right, shishito peppers down. Success. Now, we're moving on to the pasta dish and the salad. So we're gonna prep everything, and once we get all that together, we're gonna show you how to cook the pasta dish. We're not really gonna show you how to make a salad.
No.
It's salad. Well, we might show you little bonus tips what kind of dressing we're gonna make. Remember, use whatever you want. It's your food, okay? One more thing, Shelly, I forgot. Shelly's doing the salad stuff. These greens are usually picked the day of, right?
Yep.
And with these beautiful quality greens, sometimes there's some dirt involved, okay? The way we get rid of that here at school is we put the greens in, this is ice water, so we put this in there, and these are beautiful greens, so be gentle, okay? So Shelly, all I want you to do is just kind of, she's gonna move these around a little bit, and then what'll happen is the lettuce will stay on top, and the dirt will float to the bottom, and then we'll pull them out. And we'll probably, we have a salad spinner here at school, but not everybody has one. So what you can do is just get some paper towels and then just gently lay them on that, because you want them to be somewhat dry, so if you're incorporating a dressing, it'll stick to the lettuce.
Great.
Great.
Yeah.
I can see some. Okay, we're back. We got everything cleaned up. So if you can pan over here, Isabel Savage doing the camera. These are the ingredients we prepped right here. And if you can pan over this way, that is the pork. We have to keep that on ice to keep it cold. So if you can come back to us. So now we're going to show you how to put all these ingredients together to make this pasta. Okay, so we're going to cook this pork in here. But first we're going to talk about this pan. So Shelly, where can some people get this pan for this meal box?
So when you go to GarrettCountyFood.com and you order your meal box, you can indicate that you'd like a pan, and they're first come, first serve. So we want to make sure everyone has the equipment they need, because everyone deserves to eat well.
They do, and also I will say, I'm not a fan of home style pans, but this one has turned out to be really well, and it's quite a workhorse. So I've been really pleased with it. It's been a good pan. So let's get this pork into the pan. We're gonna get, this is just some basic olive oil. Shelly's over there somewhere. We're gonna put some of this in the pan, and since I have a glove on, we're just gonna take this pork, and we're just going to add it in here and let it cook. I like to just kind of break it up into pieces, and then Shelly, can you come over on this side? I'm just going to have you cook this. This is a heat-proof spatula. Can you see me in the camera there? Here's one thing. This is a non-stick pan, so you do not want to use metal on this pan. Why ruin a perfectly good pan? So this is a heat-proof spatula, and that's what we're using. We are going to cook this down. We're going to cook it to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, just cook it all the way through. Now, some people might be asking, why aren't you going to cook are you going to cook the vegetables and everything in this? In this case, we are not. We're going to cook this pork. We're going to season it with salt and pepper. Probably hit it with a little chicken stock, which comes with your meal box. Okay? We're going to cook this, set it aside, then cook our vegetables and add our pasta. So once this gets done, we'll get right. Okay, so thank you for doing this, Shelly. This pork is done, and I just want to mention one more time, Izzy, if you could film back on me for a second. This pork comes from Backbone Food Farm, and this product compared to the ones you buy in your store, it's unmatchable. These pigs are raised outside. They're basically free range. Their diet is basically organic, I would say, wouldn't you? They're treated ethically. Sorry to stop the video. I just said ethically, probably not the best word choice. Humanely would probably be a better word choice. I don't need an English teacher judging me. Let's get back to the video. Wonderful product, and if you can see here, Izzy, if you don't mind zooming back in. Now there is some fat on here, which is wonderful, and we're going to save this fat too to saute some of the vegetables because we don't want to waste any of this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this here, and then we're gonna strain the beef into here. Okay. Now look at me. You do not have to take this extra step. You could take this and start cooking your vegetables in there if you wish, but I would like to do it this way. That way the vegetables kind of stay nice and clean, and they don't overcook too much into the pasta. So we're gonna clean out this pan, and we'll get right back. Okay. This pork, I said beef earlier, it's pork. We got all the fat off, but now we're going to add this chicken stock to this, okay? You can almost take the whole container of chicken stock that you get in here, and we're going to let this cook down until it reduces down about 5 minutes. Now here's the thing. This chicken stock that we give you in the meal box, it's probably going to be made by us, I think. So this is not like the store-bought chicken broth you're used to. That contains, well, a lot of sodium, first of all, and really there's no bones when they make that. Bones contain collagen. Collagen is a natural thickener, and also gelatin. So when this reduces down, it'll start to thicken, okay, which will be the basis of your sauce for this pasta dish. Step 2, if you look over here, now this looks kind of weird, but this is just that chicken stock and that pork cooked together. Hand back to me. Now remember, it's your food. You do not have to do it this way. You could cook your pork and then add your vegetables and everything would be fine. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to add a little bit of this fat from the pork here, and a little bit of olive oil.
It's right here.
Thank you, Shelly. There's the olive oil. Now, we're going to add garlic. I think at one point we said, okay, last video Shelly kind of looked at me, she's like, that's a lot of garlic. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of garlic, it's good garlic. So why don't we use a lot of it, okay? And I think the stuffed peppers turned out good. So we're going to add quite a bit of garlic. Once again, up to you. No burnt garlic. So we're going to get this a little bit toasty. Okay, Shelly, if you could just kind of stir that around. Oops, somebody went from there. All right. Now, these are poblano peppers. We cut these in the rings. We can cut them any way you like. Remember, when you're cutting peppers, be mindful to wash your hands afterwards because some of the oils can get on there, and if you touch your eyes, it could be somewhat dangerous. There's kind of, me and Shelly were having a discussion. Poblano peppers have a little bit thicker skin. Sometimes people roast these and peel the skin off. It's not necessarily, but we will need to cook these a little bit longer, okay? And you might be also saying, why do you have these in such big pieces? Well, maybe somebody doesn't like poblano peppers, so they could pick them out. That's what I'm going with. So we're going to put these in there. And there'll probably be a few extra peppers in here too. Okay, so we're gonna let this go a little bit.
Smells so good.
It does smell good. And Shelly, do you mind hitting that with a little bit of salt? Because that salt helps the peppers break down a little bit. Yay, okay. So we're gonna let this go. Now, yellow tomatoes, beautiful red tomatoes from?
They are going to be from probably Honeymoon Farms.
Honeymoon Farms, okay. We're going to assume these are from Honeymoon Farms. I'm not sure. We get stuff from everybody. So we're going to let this go probably another, I don't know, 2 minutes. We'll see. These peppers will take a little bit because we don't want them to be, if you don't cook them long enough, they're going to be too hard. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. So I think we're going to cut the camera for a second and then come back when these are done. So these peppers are softening up, okay? And look at this garlic here. Nice and roasted, okay? Smells wonderful. Now, be careful. We don't want that garlic to burn. So now we're going to add these yellow tomatoes, okay? And some of these red tomatoes, not potatoes, okay? And at this point, we're going to go a little bit of pepper, a little bit more salt. I'm not used to cooking in a pan that I can't do this with, but this is a great pan. I'm not saying that. It's just a different shape, okay? I'm not talking bad about your pan. I love this pan. Look how nothing sticks, that's for sure. So now, we have all this together. Looks great. Now, Shelly,
Yes.
this mixture, I'm going to add back into here. Looks good. So if you could look right here, you can kind of see how this is starting to thicken up and it looks somewhat gelatinous. That's because of the stock. And then we're going to add our pasta in this. This is a very healthy dish. I think the only seasoning thing we're going to do today, and you do whatever you want because it's your food, okay? You season it however you want. We have some really nice smoked paprika, and I think that would just bring out some of the flavors of the guano and the pork. So we're going to add that. You don't have to. Once again, add whatever you want. So be careful when you add the pasta. We're going to show you how to do this, and then we're going to plate this up. Good. Here is the pasta we cooked. Like I think we said earlier, we're not going to show you how to cook pasta. Just follow the directions on pasta. I will give you this tip: if you don't have to, don't rinse your pasta. You should not rinse your pasta because some of the extra starch helps thicken up the sauce. So all we're going to do now is add this pasta into this, and Shelly, stir that around. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Shelly. This is probably a little under-seasoned. But remember, don't over-season your food, okay? If you put too much salt in it, you can't take it back out, okay? So don't be heavy-handed with the salt. You can always have some on the table or whatever seasons you want. And remember, we're going to top that with Firefly Farm goat cheese, which is a little bit salty, so you got to be mindful of the salt. So I think we're good to go, and we're going to plate this up and taste it and see how it is. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Box number 3, complete. Good job. I want to thank everybody that helped. Some people are still behind the camera. Izzy Savage, Zane King, Coach Redinger on the microphone. Shelly, thanks as always. So this is plenty of product to feed 4 people, and we have plenty of salad and extra vegetables. So we're good to go. So we're going to try this, and remember, everyone deserves to eat well.